What's up, family? Trail here, and we have some trouble ahead of us regarding our Social Security recipients and those that are on Medicare. There isn't a new attempt to end these programs from what we know of today. The U.S. is facing another round of government shutdown, and we are getting information that they are going to use that government shutdown as a hostage situation to end Medicare and Social Security program. Say it ain't so, Willis. Come on now. We also have information regarding the change in Medicare eligibility age. The GOP wants to increase its age eligibility to 70 years old. I've got the details to share with you today, but before we get started, you already know what to do. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's start with the video. Starting off with a little bit of good news. Yes, we just found out last week that the United States economy ended up adding a robust 263,000 jobs in the month of November. This is definitely some good news, as we all know that the recession is on its way, but it looks like the economy is still a little bit strong, in which companies are still hiring individuals. And this is after we had that huge amount of people quitting their jobs because of whatever reason. But anyways, guys, yes, the U.S. economy added 263,000 jobs in November, defying the aggressive action from the Federal Reserve to cool the economy, as well as to bring down decades-high inflation. Now, the unemployment rate held steady at around 3.7%, according to the Labor Department, which released the latest monthly job snapshot this past Friday morning. So, economists surveyed by Refinitiv had expected the pace of hiring to actually slow down to a gain of only 200,000 jobs in November, and the unemployment rate to stay flat at around 3.7%. But looking at these numbers, guys, it looks like this was actually a little bit better than expected. So hopefully the economy will continue to keep hiring individuals, and hopefully they actually stop laying off people. However, we did see that latest report from Bank of America, in which they suggested that companies are probably going to be laying off at least 150,000 jobs every single month starting next year. So yes, guys, if that is true, that is pretty much less than 30 days away before we are actually into the new year of 2023 and the month of January. So will it be true, or will the economy continue to keep hiring individuals? Well, we really don't know as of yet, guys, but we'll just have to see how it all plays out. But we are definitely in, or almost in, the full recession, which we are expected to have that the first 3 to 6 months of 2023. Moving on, guys. Hey, we did get some new information from the CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, in which he kicked off one of the new products that he has been working on for about 5 years now, and that is pretty much the semi-truck. Yes, this is mostly known as the diesel truck, in which this is the first of its kind. A full electric semi-truck was actually developed by the company Tesla, in which they debuted this last week on Twitter, in which this is the first semi-truck delivery that actually happened. And yes, guys, it says right here that the Tesla CEO Elon Musk led an event to kick off deliveries of the company's semi-truck, which is a heavy-duty electric truck, and this all happened on Thursday. Their first client was Pepsi and Frito-Lay, in which they delivered these particular electric semi-vehicles to that company, which was super excited, guys. And if you don't know, guys, this semi-truck was pretty much debuted as being able to deliver 80,000 pounds for 500 miles on one charge. This means zero gasoline, guys. And if some of you are out there that are familiar with this, it actually takes around $600 to $700 to fill up one tank of semi-gasoline for a truck. So that is a lot of money. And to be able to develop one of these semi-trucks full electric, saving $600 to $700, this is a game changer, guys. This is from the company Tesla. But anyways, guys, just wanted to share that with you. I'm definitely excited, even though I don't drive one of these, but I really like the Tesla car. So hopefully I'll be able to get one day. But anyways, guys, hey, in regards to the governor of Florida, we all know that he is projected to run in the next presidential race, in which there is some concerns right now because the state of Florida actually has a law in place that says that you cannot run for the presidency if you are the governor. in which, because of that, lawmakers in Florida are trying to review that particular law, and they are actually trying to change it so that the governor, Ron DeSantis, can actually run. Now, me personally, I believe that this actually needs to happen, guys, because other than that, then he will never be able to run, guys. And if you look at the way we operate today, do our current corporate jobs allow that same type of law in place? No, they don't. Guys, we don't necessarily have to leave our current position in order to apply for a new position. So why should Ron DeSantis have to do the same thing? So anyways, guys, it says that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis may need some help from the state legislature if he proceeds with a highly anticipated bid for the Republican presidential nomination. A resign to run law, that is what it's called, requires state office holders to commit to leave their positions if they run for a federal office. This particular measure, which has been on and off the books over the past several decades, was reinstated in 2018, but Republican leaders in the GOP denominated legislature have expressed openness to changing or rescinding that particular law when they gather again sometime next year in March. Now, so far, guys, Florida House Speaker Paul Renner recently told reporters that it was a great idea to review the law. Senate President Kathleen Passerimo similarly said that changes to the resignation requirement would be a good idea. So if an individual who is a Florida governor is running for president, I think he should be allowed to do so. So anyways, guys, they are trying to get ready for the opportunity for DeSantis to actually run in the presidential race. So in order to do that, they have to go ahead and be able to rescind this particular law that prevents him currently. And that could be why he hasn't necessarily announced that he is actually going to run. But we still don't know yet, guys. So they're still trying to debate whether or not they want to remove this. And looks like they will have that or make that final decision sometime next year in March. So again, we'll probably just have to wait until that time comes. And that is probably when we're probably going to see more discussions around him running for the presidential race. So again, until then, guys, we'll probably just have to see him and the former President Donald Trump continue to bicker back and forth. And we'll just have to see how it all plays out, guys. So anyways, I'm definitely curious to see how definitely the Ron DeSantis runs against the former President Donald Trump. So that is going to be very interesting, if you will. But anyways, guys, hey, Alex Jones, you guys know him. He was recently charged in court saying that he was actually going to have to pay all of the victims from Sandy Hook because he was basically spreading these false lies about the particular attack that happened to these people's children. And yes, guys, he was ordered to pay over $1 billion. But anyways, guys, here recently, after that particular acknowledgement came down in court, Alex Jones filed for bankruptcy. Yes, guys, this is pretty much after the Sandy Hook verdict that came down in the court systems. Yes, it says that Alex Jones filed a personal bankruptcy in Texas on this past Friday, according to the court filing. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing comes after Jones and his company, Free Speech Systems, were ordered to pay almost $1.5 billion in damages for falsely claiming that the Sandy Hook mass shooting was a hoax. I mean, God, that is just sickening for him to say that. But anyways, guys, the bankruptcy filing said that Jones owns between $1 million and $10 million of assets, with $1 billion to $10 billion of liabilities. And Jones' affiliated business, Free Speech Systems, is also mentioned in the lawsuit, having filed for bankruptcy back in July. So yes, guys, he is trying to get out of this, especially paying for that $1.5 billion. He's saying that he doesn't even have it. Most of his money or his net worth is actually in a lot of liabilities. So he's trying to file for protection to protect the rest of his assets that he actually continues to maintain. So anyways, guys, he filed for bankruptcy, and we'll just have to see what the court says about this, guys, because they are probably knowing that he is trying to get off the hook in regards to the Sandy Hook situation, guys. And particularly, I believe that he needs to pay them, guys. He needs to pay them. That I can't even imagine, guys. That was so devastating to those families and victims and so forth, guys. So if you agree, let me know down below in the comment section, guys, if you know about this particular situation. But anyways, guys, moving on. We do have right now, there are 4 options on the table because the Democrats are facing another government shutdown in which they have about 4 different options that they can actually use to avert another debt ceiling crisis. Yes, guys, it says right here that everyone agrees to the federal government should make good on its financial promises, it must pay its bills to ensure the well-being of our people, from fulfilling the promises of Social Security and Medicare to providing basic support for human needs like food, housing, healthcare, as well as education. Now, ordinarily, the U.S. has no problem paying its bills. Our government bonds are top rated, but we do have one big problem. A debt ceiling is back again. And if Congress doesn't act to lift it during this lame duck session, American families will pay the consequence. And yes, as you guys probably already know, it's completely normal for national governments to accrue debt when their investments outrun their revenues in a given specific year. In an era of bloated military spending, public health emergencies, climate disasters, as well as global economic downturns, and the last administration's massive tax cuts to the wealthy and the big corporations. And the U.S. government similarly borrows money to fulfill its obligations. So right now, guys, the debt ceiling limits how much the federal government can borrow to make those particular payments, which makes no economic sense, according to the Economic Policy Institute, saying in a statement that, look, our federal debt includes money the federal government owes itself. For example, when the Social Security Trust Fund, a surplus expands, the federal debt typically grows. Debt ceiling calculations also ignore $2 trillion in government assets, such as student loan revenues. The federal government has never defaulted on its debt, but if the debt ceiling isn't raised very soon, the amounts to defaulting on the American people increases. So here we go again, guys. I told you guys before on previous videos where we were just kicking the can down the street, and here we are again. We are back arriving at that same can we have been kicking down the street months over months, years over years, decades over decades. And here we are again facing another debt ceiling in which the only people that are really going to suffer from this is the American people. And Congress continues to put this on the line in jeopardy of us regular folk out there, because they know it doesn't really affect them and their own family, so they could care less. But anyways, guys, we are dealing with the debt ceiling, and surprisingly, we do have information in regards to the debt ceiling, because it shows right here that a big surprise is coming around the corner. Republicans are planning to hold the debt ceiling as a hostage. Again, this is not the first time. But yes, guys, we have reports that are saying that they plan to use this as a hostage tactic in order to risk and cut Medicare and Social Security. This, guys, is huge. And yes, guys, they are risking a catastrophic so that they can cut Medicare and Social Security. Right here, it talks about it that on NBC, Chuck Todd, days before the 2022 midterm elections, Florida Senator, the chair of National Republican Senatorial Committee, Rick Scott, insisted that his party had no interest in cutting Social Security or Medicare. He said, look, I have no interest in changing the Medicare program. I want to make sure that we preserve the benefits of Medicare and Social Security. I don't know one Republican who wants to change that, according to Scott, although he also noted that both programs were going bankrupt. That's interesting. But anyways, guys, at the time, Scott was doing a little bit of cleanup work. And back in August, his fellow Republican Senator, Ron Johnson, had proposed moving Social Security and Medicare into Congress's discretionary spending budget, making them subject to a yearly approval. If you qualify for the entitlement, you just get it no matter what the cost is, according to Johnson, which he said he disapproves of that. And our problem in this country is that more than 70% of our federal budget, of our federal spending, is all mandatory spending. It's on automatic pilot, he said. It never, you just don't do proper oversight. You don't get in there and fix the programs going bankrupt. It's just an automatic pilot program. And he said, look, you can fix this by making these benefits subject to an annual approval. Johnson and Republicans will be able to take them hostage on a yearly basis, using these earned benefit programs, which provide security to tens of millions of people, as a bargaining chip for spending cuts that is going to benefit the wealthy and the big corporations. So guys, we could have a little bit of trouble on our way, because if you're like me and you support these entitlement programs such as the Social Security program as well as Medicare program, which is pretty much just a health insurance. But anyways, guys, if you support those like I do, guys, this could bring a little bit of havoc our way. But the big question is, guys, is our Social Security program in jeopardy? Is our Medicare program in jeopardy? Because it looks like here, guys, they are really not happy about these entitlement programs that are pretty much mandatory to pay every single month. And looks like the GOP, they want to do something about it. They want to put this on a review process to review it every single year to determine whether or not they want to pay out in these particular benefits. What do you think about this, guy? Do you think that that's true? Do you think that we need to move to a program like that in which it has to go through approval every single month? I mean, what happens if they don't get this thing approved? Does that mean that millions of people that are on Social Security every single year won't receive their monthly checks that they depend on? Yes, that is exactly what that means, guys. So I don't approve of this. Do you? Let me know down below in the comment section, guys, how you feel about this and whether or not you want to do something about it. I sure do, but we'll just have to see exactly how this all plays out. But keep your eyes posted on this, guys, because according to this article, our Social Security recipients, as well as those on SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and all of the under the umbrella, yes, as well as those individuals that are on Medicare, it looks like they could be in huge trouble ahead. So anyways, guys, let me know how you feel about this down below in the comment section. I'm curious to see how you feel about this, guys. And then last but not least, guys, I do want to go ahead and show you this because, yes, we do have a push from the Republicans in which they want to push the eligibility age for Social Security and Medicare. They want to push that age all the way up to the age of 70, which means that Americans will have to work a little bit longer. So again, guys, I definitely don't approve of this as well. But anyways, guys, hey, let me know what you think about all of this in regards to our Social Security recipients, our most vulnerable people out there, which is our seniors, as well as those individuals that are on Medicare as well, guys. Let me know what you think about the previous topic that we just talked about with them putting a stipulation in regards to they review it every single month, as well as pushing the eligibility age up to 70 years old. I personally don't agree with this, but I definitely want to hear from you as well. But anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the links down below because it is a great way for you to be able to support this channel. And as well as there are some other links that offer you some opportunities for you to get some free money, some free cash, as well as how you can receive 12 free stocks from Webull after depositing just $1. If you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, guys, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.